We will begin the content security session. This session will be about how do I manage my content. So, for example, what I wanted to talk about is if I'm taking one of my folders and I'm defining this folder, this permission of the folder as permission for an admin, permission for everyone. We cannot create permissions for an admin because an admin has a permission for everything. So it's not logical. So we can also we can only define a permission for a different role. So for example, for everyone, we can define that this folder is denied, meaning that he won't be able to access it. He will be able to see it, but won't be able to access it. We can define for everyone else that it is hidden, so he won't be able to see it at all. We can define that this one is read permission, write permission, or admin. He's admin on this specific folder. Now, then comes real questions. What happens if I'm putting here everyone read, and here on a specific workboard I'm clicking and saying everyone write? Okay, so we have a lot of questions that that come from the way I manage my folders. I think it can be a folder within a folder within a folder, and so on. So I have to understand how the Necto is calculating its security method and who can see what and where. Okay, so let's go back to the presentation, which explains very good all of these subjects. So first of all, content security, meaning managing workboards, also uses the OLAP or data security that we defined in the last hour. Okay. So actually, what I see here are private workboards and public workboards. So public workboards, we have an access right that are assigned by an administrator per role. And then we have private folders that we have per user a private folder. And the user can share with other users or all like we did in the first time when we shared workboards that we did with other users. Okay. And then we have shared folders of other users. We've seen how to connect to our other users and see their shared folders, if they've shared the information with us, of course. Okay, let's continue. Now we have a very important table. This table says that we have a couple of permission rights, permission levels rights, and then every permission right has a weight that gives him the ability to be on top of another permission. So, for example, if I have a permission for a specific role to be admin on a folder, and then I have a permission for in the subfolder for this permission role to be, for example, write permission, then the admin will be is stronger, so it will actually win. So this user will have an admin permission. We will see it in a second. Just understand the idea. We have some permission levels. One of them is stronger than another. Then this permission level will be on top, and the user will act in the higher high-level permission. Okay. So again, about our permission, admin permission, deny. User will see that the workboard exists but won't be able to use it. write permission, read permission, this is understood, hidden, he won't be able to see it at all. And then you have none. None, no permission has been assigned, meaning that I've just didn't assign any permission. So it's something like that. Permissions, no permission is assigned. Okay, so I'll continue from there. Okay. Okay. So I have. You can write questions. I will answer them after I'll finish this subject. So let's say that James is part of role A. Now you see here on the bottom on the right pane the levels of the permissions. So he's part of role A, and his permission is admin. Now look at these things as folders. Okay, so one folder is inside the other. So actually what I'm seeing here is that role A has permission admin. So the permission of the subfolder is inherit admin, meaning that it inherits the parent permission to the subfolder. So actually I don't have to define again the subfolder. Of course it inherits the permission. Now we have a couple of rules of using permission that are more complicated. So first rule is breaking inheritance. If same role take last unless admin. What does it mean? Let's say that role A, the same role, has a permission admin for the parent folder, but for the subfolder it has a permission hidden. So same role, different permissions. Now if you look here on the right pane, we see that admin is higher, has a bigger weight than hidden, right? So who will win? Meaning that if I'm looking at the subfolder and I want to know what permission this role will have on the subfolder, so actually what happens is that on the subfolder it takes both permission level and calculates who is the higher permission, and then it will say that the permission is admin. Now the calculation is this: if it is the same role, take last, meaning that if it is the same role, take the last defined security permission. That means that if it was a different than admin, then it would take this one. Let's see what happens here. So here I have a role read, and then again a role hidden for the subfolder. Now if I'm looking at this role, it means that same role, take last, unless admin, meaning that if it is the same role, I will take the last one. So the last one will be here. Okay? And then my permission will be hidden. So same role, take last, unless admin was here on the top. Let's see what happens here. Read and deny. Same role, take last, no admin here. So I'm taking the last one. So probably if I have a subfolder that is its permission is different than the parent folder, it means that I've done it not by mistake, but I thought about it and I said that this user won't be able to see the permission, the subfolder that I've predefined. So same role take last and deny. So actually I have here three cases. One of them is admin and the other two without admin. With admin I'm taking the admin right. Without admin I'm taking the last one. So that's all about first rule. If it is the same role, take last unless admin. Okay, let's go over. To next rule, we only have 3 rules. So next rule is combining hierarchies. User James is member of role A and B. User James is member of couple of roles, and we have to define if he can see a subfolder or not. So for example, he has role A, permission admin, and for the subfolder he has role B, permission hidden. This can happen a lot in an organization where a user is in charge of several things, and he has to see a couple of layers of the information. So for example, he can see the sales and marketing. So a salesperson has a role and marketing has a role. Then he's actually part of both roles. So for the folder, he has permission hidden, and for the for the parent folder, he has permission admin. Now, if I will look at the combination, it says max of admin and hidden, meaning that I'm taking admin and hidden, and I'm doing max weight of both permissions, and this will be admin. The second one will be read and hidden. Read and hidden. Read is 2. Hidden is 1. So the answer is read, of course. And here read and deny. Read is 2. Deny is 4. So the answer is deny, of course. Okay? So that's for second rule. Now first rule was same role, take class unless admin. And you'll get this presentation, but just write it down. First rule was same role, take class unless admin. This one is max of read and deny if these are different rules. Now our third rule is talking about what happens if we combine them both. So it means that we have a couple of subfolders of one role and couple of subfolders of the other role, and then we are thinking what permission this user has for a specific subfolder. So let's look below. Now, these all are subfolders. So role A has a lot of subfolders. We made it a bit too overwhelming, but just look at this complicated issue, and this is the most complicated issue that you will ever have. So actually, role A has lots of permissions on different folders. So this is the parent folder, this is the subfolder, another subfolder of this one, and the child folder of every one of them, of every one of the folders. Now role B has also some other roles, and then you have role C. Okay. So first of all, we would like to know what happens here on the bottom between role A and role B for the same user. So actually we're asking ourselves, this James user, how will he be using the subfolder? What can he see on the subfolder layer? Okay? So first of all, we have a role A, a role B, and then it has a lot of other roles above, all the way up to the parent folder. Now, role C is a different role that has different permissions, but it's not connected to James. So first of all, we will remove any role that James is not part of. So we will remove role C. We are not interested in role C. 1 second, please. Okay. So, so we have only 2 roles. Now, the second move we will do is in each role use thumb rule 1, break hierarchy, use last unless admin. Okay, very simple. So I will use the last one unless admin. Let's see if I have admin here. Oh, I have admin here, but I'm talking about the parent folder. So admin can be in the middle, but if it's not in the parent, the most upper folder, so I'm not considering it. So I'm looking at the parent folder. That's what I'm interested of. So here is deny and here is hidden. It's not admin. So take last unless admin, right? So I'm taking last. Role A on this subfolder is deny. Now let's look what happens in role B. Role B is read, and then looking up, I see admin. So take last unless admin. So I'm taking admin. So I have deny versus admin. Let's see what's next. Now, this is actually rule number 2. Combine the highest permission selected. So actually I'm making a max out of both of them. Now, if admin is 5 and deny is 4, then James will have an admin permission, right? So admin is being chosen by James, and deny goes off. So James will have an admin permission. These are the 3 major rules for the content security. So it's not the data security, just the content security. How we use a workboard inside a folder, in the subfolder inside a folder, and so on. So if you understood that, you understood the concept of security. We can talk about it for hours, but we don't have time. There is another level of security that I explained a bit before, is the data security, which is the Necto data security. But this is the another level of security named content security we've just explained. So first rule is take last unless admin. Second one was max between 2 roles, and the third one was combining them together. So actually, first rule was see what is the last permission on a subfolder, and then look at the roles and max using max and check the correct permission.